Morning everybody, it's Saturday morning here in the farm. Finally through this cold snap. We had a week of really cold weather where everybody had to stay in, and we had some good things happen this week. Started the week out with a snowstorm, then it got really cold, so we did get some snow for sleigh rides with the donkey. We had some issues with our chickens in the cold weather, so we're gonna have some more in this video about that. Stay tuned, we'll get some of that to you. It was a rough night. We did a midnight move of 10 chickens, and in the process we've upgraded some things and had to put something together quick to put them in, and then we'll get to more info on that. We had a fence we had to fix this morning because with all the snow, my dad over here where the horse barn is couldn't tell where the fence was with the snow blower and caught one of my strands of fence and ripped down one of my gates. And then we just geared up a quick rope gate on the back door so we can let some fresh air and some sunlight in there. So we're gonna finish getting everybody out because they've been cooped up all week, and it's finally a nice enough day that we can let them back out without having to worry about anybody getting cold or freezing, and no wind chill. So they'll be happy. They'll put on a show. We'll add that in the video. Hang tight, we'll have some more content for you as the video goes on. All right, let's go. Big boy going out first. All right, let's get the little horse out. She's pretty antsy in here, banging on the walls. Still not sure what to think of your new neighbors, are you? Oops. We're letting out some top secret information for the rest of the video. All right, come on, little horse. Woo, we are excited today. All right. Let you go, Miss Anna. Go on out and hang out with your ponies. Oh, they found the hay. I guess we're not going to get much of a show today. Normally they go out and run like idiots. So sassy. Okay, so for those of you who follow our Facebook page, we had a post on this morning about where are the chickens. Well, somehow we got some moisture in the coop, whether it was some damp bedding or if they made a mess with their water when they were locked up during the snowstorm. But somehow some moisture got in the coop, and then we had a day of like minus 20, and I let them out so they could still go because they can handle a lot of cold. But our rooster Tony ended up with a frostbitten comb. I found him that night quite frostbitten on his comb and on his wattles, so we brought him in to the house, him and a hen, just for an hour or two to kind of help get him warmed up a little bit. And while I got this geared up over here, we have a third big stall here in our barn for a horse, and I just kind of geared it up real quick to hold these guys for the weekend. Well, the rest of the week, 'cause this happened in the middle of the week, so hold them for the rest of the week and the weekend, and then that'll give me a chance this weekend to get my coop cleaned out, dried out, as dry as I can get it. Put a lot of really good fresh dry bedding in there. We're gonna make a run to the feed store today and pick up some supplies to fix that up. And we're gonna build a little, almost like a small nest box off the side of the coop, so that way we can put the water in there where it can't get knocked over, but they can still have access to it if they need it through the day, if we have to keep them locked up. And then I may even look into getting some of the materials to build my automatic feeder for on the door, so it'll mount right to the door and then go inside from the outside so they can still feed through it. And then we can also look at getting our ventilation checked out, because I think we got some ventilation issues. If there is moisture, there's nowhere for it to escape. So anyway, Tony's doing okay. He's still got some frostbite spots on his comb. They'll naturally just dry up, fall off. The only thing we have to watch for is any open sores, make sure they don't get infected, and nature will just take its course. He won't die from the frostbite. If he gets infected, that's when we run into issues. But from everything I've seen so far, we'll just let nature take its course. It'll crust up, fall off, and he'll be fine. He may look a little bit different, but he'll be fine. All the hens are okay though, and if you also seen our Facebook page, our Easter eggers are laying blue eggs. So we're finally getting some blue eggs. We've had 3 already. They're still really new and they're not developing real hard shells yet, so they're freezing. But that's not a big deal. We're not having the freezing issue over here at the barn because there's a little bit of an extra layer here of protection as opposed to the coop. So anyway, this is our hay barn. You can see it better in the daylight. So we got our hay storage over here, and then we just got some miscellaneous stuff stored over there. All these shavings used to be in there with those ones, but I had to take them out because there wasn't enough to make a full tier all the way to the ceiling, and then the chickens could get on top of that and poop and roost and make a mess. So I brought it out here so they can't get up there. So this is where everybody's at for now. Nobody is in bad shape. Everybody's healthy aside from Tony's little frostbite comb. But everybody's in here. We're gonna turn this heat light off today because it's warmer today, and we're gonna try and start to get these guys hardened back over to the cooler weather. And then hopefully Sunday or Monday we can get these guys moved out of here and back over to their original coop. We're gonna do some modifications to that coop. We'll have some video of that. So yeah, so let's collect our eggs because we do have a bunch of them that are down. All right, so we're in here with the chickens. Morning, Pants. There's Tony. As you can see, a little bit of black on his comb. The camera makes it really pronounced, but it's really not that bad. As you can tell, he's fine. Cheetah, Hazel, Partridge, Tony, the shaking. But his comb's coming back, color's coming back in it really, really well. So he'll be fine. Check it out. All kinds of eggs. All kinds of eggs. So we got 4 in this one. Have to look on the ground. Easter eggers like to lay them on the ground for some reason. They haven't kind of gotten into the jive of laying them in the nest boxes yet. So that's 4. Hi, girls. Hi, Karen. Look out, you guys. Come on, everybody's got to move. Everybody's got to move. Come on, Tony. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Alright, there's 5 eggs. That's it for this morning, 5 eggs. So we're not feeding them compost in here because I don't want my barn to start to smell like compost bin, but that's why we want to get them back over to the other coop so we can start feeding them compost. We got quite a pile of that to feed them. What are you saying? Morning, everybody. Good chickens. Good chickens. I guess we gotta get some water for you guys if you're out of water. Alright, so we're gonna build a box to go on the side of the chicken coop to put the water in. So we're gonna use this old plywood box that we got. I used it to build a small square baler for making hand power, like hand pressed small square bales for when I was traveling with the horses and take a big round bale. I don't use it that much. It's not really what I had hoped it was going to be, so it'll make a good good box for the water. So we're going to get at that. Alright, so we'll see how this works. I'm gonna mount this on the side of the coop, and the door just slides open so we can access to get water in and out. It just slides closed. Little hole there for the cord to go through, and that should work just fine. So now we got to take this out, see where we're going to put it on the coop, and get ready to cut the hole so that the chickens can get in and get water out of it. Alright, so we got our modifications done. We got our box out there for the water to go in, and got the hole cut so they can reach through and be able to drink. And then we got a nice big, deep, probably 8 inches or so of kiln dried, nice fluffy shavings, deep bedding in here. So hopefully this will keep things a lot drier and a lot warmer. Everybody will be quite comfortable on this. This is enough bedding in here to probably do them till spring because the size of the bale I used is about the size of a bale of shavings that I would put in one of my horse stalls, and they're 10 by 10, and this is only 4 by 8, so they've got 3 cubic feet of bedding in here, even though they probably don't need it, and it's not all fluffed up, but it'll pack down and they'll move it around and do what they want with it. And we'll have to get our nest boxes brought back over and put in here before we put them back in. But everything should be ready for them now, so it's just a matter of bringing all the equipment back, nest boxes, the water, feeder, all that stuff. And I'm hopefully going to try and get the stuff to build the automatic feeder that's going to go on that door. Maybe today, we'll see about it. I got to go to town today anyway, so we'll try and maybe pick some of that up while we're there. Just get that all fluffed up and nice for them. And then, yeah, so we'll start gathering stuff up and bringing everybody back. So you might be a crazy chicken person if you've ever moved chickens with a four-wheeler. In the process of bringing them back from over here at the horse barn to the static coop at our house. And this is a little bit nicer than taking them in the car. They don't make as much mess on the bike as they do in the car. Okay, so we got everybody back over here at the coop. We got the water in the box. And it's all hooked up, so it's not going to freeze. And they have access to it from inside the coop. And there's a couple hens in there right now, so let's just open the door and see if they figured it out. Did you girls figure it out? Thinking about it. Not sure. Not sure about sticking their heads through the hole. Oh, there's somebody biting. We're not figuring it out yet. Hopefully they will. I have to catch one and show them. Go check out the water. They're thinking about it. What do you think, Tony? What are you saying, bud? Okay, bye. I'm sure they'll figure it out. If not, worst case scenario, we can always put it back outside for them and then put it in there someday when they're locked up, and then they can figure it out that way. Because that's where it used to be, right there. So hopefully this will be a little bit better. Everybody can have water on days when it's bad weather and they have to be inside. And it's pretty quick and easy. We can change it and put it back outside. It's not a big deal. So, everybody's home and happy. Let's go get some compost for these guys. Alright, so you got these guys some food scraps. Some old leftover food scraps from the house. There's grease from rendering off of meat when we cook meat, and cinnamon buns, and a lettuce. And this will be gone like in no time. Most of this will be gone. These guys will clean this up pretty quick. So, and whatever they don't eat will turn into compost in the spring when we get turning this bedding with them. Because if you remember in other videos, we put down a deep layer of mulch in here. And then this stuff will all disappear into the mulch and turn into the mulch, and it'll all make nice compost. And there's eggshells in there, and they'll eat those. And that'll give them calcium so their eggs are nice and strong. Happy bunch of chickens.